Roberto Firmino back amongst the goals as Liverpool thump Watford at Vicarage Road. Liverpool showed no signs of rustiness after the international break as they thrashed Watford 3-0 at Vicarage Road despite being reduced to 10 men late on. Mohamed Salah's opener and a sumptuous Trent Alexander-Arnold free kick had the Reds 2-0 up and cruising before Jordan Henderson's red card for a second bookable offence gave Watford something to cling onto in the final 10 minutes. However, it was Liverpool who got the game's third and final goal as Roberto Firmino ended his goal drought by heading in from close range after Sadio Mane's effort had been palmed into the air by Ben Foster. Here are the main talking points. Liverpool's change of system. Liverpool haven't been at their free-flowing best in attack of late, so it was interesting to see Jurgen Klopp switch things up by ditching his tried and trusted 4-3-3 system in favor of April 2, 1931 at Vicarage Road. The tactical tweak meant that only Sadio Mane lined up in what has been his default role on the left wing. Xherdan Shaqiri was shifted into a wide right position from central midfield, but more significantly Mohamed Salah led the line with Roberto Firmino dropping behind him into a number 10 position. From the outset, Liverpool looked to utilize Salah's pace in behind by pinging long balls forwards for him to chase after. However, the hosts dealt with it fairly comfortably with Ben Foster playing the role of sweeper-keeper to perfection. The formation didn't seem to get the best out of either Salah or Firmino. Salah struggled to hold the ball up when it was fed into his feet, while Firmino was a peripheral figure, aside from a low shot that drew a smart stop by Foster down to his right. Contrasting performances from Liverpool's fullbacks. There was a huge moment early on in the second half when Andrew Robertson tangled with Will Hughes inside his own box. The Scotland captain certainly made contact with Hughes, raking his studs down the Watford midfielder's shin, but despite the hosts' protestations, John Moss opted against awarding a penalty. It was most certainly a decision that favoured the Liverpool left-back, as replays suggested a penalty should have been given. While one Liverpool fullback was fortunate to not concede a penalty, the other one was busy burying free kicks from 25 yards. Adrian Mariappa's defending was questionable to say the least as he grappled Firmino to the floor just outside the D. He was punished emphatically as Alexander-Arnold stepped up and swept a delightful free kick into the corner, leaving Foster with absolutely no chance. It was a wonderful hit from the youngster who is now off the mark for the campaign. Henderson blows his recall. If there is one area in Liverpool's squad that is heaving with options, it is in central midfield, where Klopp has 6 or 7 players battling it out amongst themselves for 3 places, or in today's case just 2. Jorginho Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson were given the nod at Vicarage Road, but the captain didn't finish the game as he was shown a red card 8 minutes from time for a second bookable offence. Henderson was booked on the hour mark for a foul on Isaac Success and then received his second for a professional foul on Etienne Capoue right by the touchline next to the benches. Moments before, Moss had a lengthy discussion with Henderson, who looked on the verge of talking himself into a second booking. That it came anyway for a needless foul has to raise question marks over his temperament. Roberto Firmino gets a much-needed goal. The drought is over and the relief on Roberto Firmino's face was palpable. A return of 2 Premier League goals from 12 appearances this season is not the kind of return you'd expect from the leading striker of a title-challenging team, yet that was the Brazilian's record before today. Prior to nodding the ball in from close range in the 89th minute at Vicarage Road, Firmino's last Premier League goal had come 6 games ago against Tottenham at Wembley back in September. Firmino isn't a natural finisher like Sergio Aguero or Harry Kane, and his presence at the top of Liverpool's attack is as much to do with his selfless work rate and link-up play than his goals. Yet he will have been acutely aware that the spotlight was on him to start firing. That goal should provide a timely boost to his confidence and might just spark him into life over the second half of the season. Liverpool's defense makes history. After 13 league games, Liverpool have conceded just 5 times, a club record at this stage of the season. Liverpool's newfound defensive resilience has enabled them to take the next step from top 4 challengers to genuine title challengers, as highlighted by their defensive record matching that of the leaders Manchester City. A thumping 4-0 win for City away to West Ham, though, means that City remain 2 points ahead of their closest rivals while their goal difference is now 14 better than Liverpool. It seems a strange thing to say, but for once it is Liverpool's attack, rather than defense, that is holding them back. Why Joe Gomez misses Liverpool's game against Watford. Jurgen Klopp urges £53 million Liverpool signing to improve after his average performances. Michael Owen's Premier League predictions, including Spurs vs Chelsea.